What led me to LSU was a job. I was at the University of North Dakota on postdoc at the time, and applied to LSU and came down, and they had a job description that had 3 functions that they wanted me to accomplish. Well, I had background in research in all 3 areas, so it really was a perfect fit. When I came down to give a seminar, I was offered a job. I called my wife, Versa, and I said, well, Versa, I took the job. I said, you wouldn't believe it. It's a great place to do marine biology in the northern Gulf of Mexico, and we're in the SEC. And she said, the Securities and Exchange Commission? She's not a sports fan. Well, my fondest memory would be doing research in the laboratory with graduate students. And the first generation of graduate students are the ones you're always closest to.
I was Bill Stickle's first graduate student, the first grad student alumnus from his laboratory. In your advisor's laboratory, you're interacting on a daily basis. And his dedication to science certainly has to rub off on you, and it does.
I received my doctorate from LSU, and Dr. Bill Stickle was my doctoral advisor. He is so industrious and hardworking, and once he gets on a project, he follows it through to completion. He's very passionate about what he does. Bill is going to be best known for his taking students to Alaska and the Pacific Northwest.
Bill is entirely responsible for setting up this marine biology program in Alaska, which takes place in July over the past 13 summers. I've participated in 8 of those 13, so I've seen him up close and how he operates with the students. Bill is very consistent and careful with the students to make sure that they understand the concepts, and not only classroom concepts, but he takes them out in the field and shows them the real world.
But it's important for all of them to appreciate the differences in the ecosystem of Alaska that's fish-dominated with Louisiana, which is shellfish-dominated. It's important for them to understand that and to also appreciate what a wonderful world that we live in. You know, I think that's what's important. Don't just think that the world stops in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Bill not only set up this program, but he has funded scholarships for the students.
Yeah, I established, I don't know how many years ago, a Marine Biology in Alaska travel fund. And that's supported, they get a couple $1,000s if they, it's either based on merit or based on need.
And that has allowed a number of students who would not normally have the funds to go to Alaska, gives them the opportunity to be part of the program. And he's been doing this for a number of years.
And he's done so many positive things for LSU, and being admitted into the Hall of Distinction, I think, is well-deserved. He's certainly fostered his discipline on campus through the many students that he has trained. And I think there's no doubt that Bill Stickle was a pillar, you might say, a founding pillar on which the now Department of Biological Sciences was based.
Well, I think that Bill is very deserving of this award. He's produced so many graduate students. He's worked with so many colleagues. He has more than 50 co-authors around the world that he's worked with. Many of them have invited him back to their labs over and over.
He was an excellent role model, and I've never forgotten his enthusiasm for science. And I'm hoping that I convey that to my students, and I've tried to do that over my career.
The Hall of Distinction recognition is extremely humbling to me. When I first came to LSU in 1972, we were a good regional university. Now we're a world-class university. It's because they expected people to operate in the world and not just in Louisiana.